Hi, this is Mark Langford, Master Career Coach at C Synergy Career Coaching, and I'm here today with a client. Her name is Anne, and she has some results that I'd like to share with you from the coaching. And let's just get started and jump right in. So, Anne, tell me about yourself, what you do, and a little bit about your industry.
Okay, well, a little bit about myself. I live in Denver with my husband and daughter. And for the last 15 years, I had been in the oil and gas industry, had been afforded a lot of responsibility, some pretty nice titles, had some real success in the industry. But the industry contracted seriously on myself, kind of considering what I was going to do in the future. Was I going to continue trying to pursue oil and gas? Or was I going to look to take my skills that I knew were transferable to other industries and what those industries might be? And so that was right about the time mark that I became aware of your Master Career Coaching.
Yeah.
And looked into it. And really in August of 2020, I really needed a therapist more than I needed a career coach. So I was able to secure one last position in the oil and gas industry, and it was remote from home. It was working with a team of 3 people. We had a set goal in mind for the November Colorado Escheat. A lot of analysis, a lot of talking to owners. I really enjoyed the position. It didn't pay very well, and that was okay because I was kind of putting a little distance between myself and my last position, and it afforded me a lot of being able to take the dog for a walk. A lot of flexibility in my schedule. So I really enjoyed that. Well, again, the oil and gas industry further contracted, and the 3 oil and gas companies that were left in Denver all merged, and they chose to outsource a lot of the work that I was doing as myself and all of their other contractors. So they let all of their contractors go and outsourced. So that was kind of my first entree into being redundant.
Made redundant, yes.
I know, right?
Many of us have been.
And that's really when I decided I needed some focus and I needed a starting point. I needed to get my bearings. And so that's when I contacted you.
Got it. And what were your initial needs or requirements, or why you reached out for some help, and what was kind of the impetus for getting some coaching?
The initial need was a next generation resume. And I was really interested in the templates, and I felt like I told my story pretty well. But again, because you and I had worked together, you and I had worked together, I had the good fortune of knowing that you were an absolute fantastic wordsmither. So that was my initial, but I got so much more. That's what I thought I needed when I came in, but you really kind of got your arms around my situation very quickly and made me realize I needed a brand. I needed a way to market myself. And we really focused that first week on cleaning up my LinkedIn and this is how you do it. And was a very introspective process. And so the examples you sent me, and they were all different, different styles. So I was able to kind of pick my own style and decide what I wanted to do. And then of course I sent that to you and you cleaned it up for me. And now I'm really proud of my LinkedIn account. I like it when people look at it.
Yeah. And your LinkedIn account looks great. You have a great story and everything else. And we also worked on interviewing stuff. So what did you get out of that?
We did. Well, that was great. And one thing I want to just mention here is the fact that you videotape our sessions. Because it didn't evaporate the minute we said goodbye. I could go back in the afternoon, I could watch it again. And our session on interviewing was gold. I watched that so many times, and I went through all of the materials and resources,
Yeah,
the 100 questions you might be asked. And I went through that. That was pretty overwhelming.
right.
And then I went through it again, and I'm like, let's answer these. And a lot of them showed up in my interview, a
There you
lot
go.
of them.
Yeah. And did you use the opening statement that we worked on too?
I did.
Oh, awesome.
I did. I did. And I liked the coaching notes because it
Yeah.
gave me such a good outline.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. So it sounds like before, it's like you had an idea of what you wanted, and you had an idea of like kind of put it together, but like the coaching kind of really brought it together. Would that be correct, or how?
That would be absolutely correct. That it brought it all together. I think the meeting with you, the combination of meeting with you, looking at the resources, having some thinking time. It was a really great process.
Fantastic. And what was the result?
I got my dream job.
Yeah.
I am working my dream job. I am now a real estate paralegal. I am kind of sanitized from oil and gas now. I'm working in the real estate investment industry. All good things. I feel like I really launched, like from oil and gas into a new job. Great benefits.
New job and new industry, right? You were actually transitioned over industries, or
I've transitioned over industries, but I was a little worried this time because I'm becoming more seasoned, and starting over or starting something new. Sometimes you're not afforded the opportunities. Just
right, yeah.
The opportunities you're too seasoned,
or having to take a step back in salary or title or anything else, and none of that. You didn't experience any of that, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing with me and everybody else who watched this. And I'm so proud of you. You were and you really deserve this, and thank you.
Thank you, Mark. I really appreciate it. You are a magi.